Tonia Reeves, Australia's psychic cowgirl. Just coming at you from Sunday Creek at home here today. And we've got the sun out. It's crazy. We had rain this morning. Then we've had the sun out at the moment. So it's looking good because the window's showing lots of great natural light. So I'm like, thank you. So anyway, I hope you've had a good week. We've had a lot of things happening with the energies shifting and changes going on. So for a lot of people, they've found it really quite challenging. So if you're one of those, don't worry, because you're there with many others who are going through the same thing. So just know that you're not alone. So anyway, what's my week been like? It's been quite busy here. I had production that I was involved with my daughter last week. That was a lot of fun. I got to go back to doing my hairdressing skills, which, I haven't really utilised much since I've left that part of my life behind about 4 years ago now, even 4.5 years ago, I think. So that's really fascinating. And, yeah, so that was fun. I really got to connect with some amazing young, they're all sort of what we call over here high school. So they're anywhere from, probably 12 up until the ages of 18. And they're all doing their production, and they actually created it themselves. So that was pretty cool. And we had a lot of fun. I love connecting with the younger generation because it just sort of keeps you in touch. When, my demographic for my clientele isn't always, I do get a few younger ones, but ordinarily they're not, that specific age group. So it was a lot of fun doing their hair and connecting with them and learning a lot about, how they do things now compared to years ago with how we used to do it. Because, there's a lot of change over that time. And I look back and think, wow, I'm 50 now. So the last time I was at school, I was 16. So can't really count how many years that is offhand, but it's a lot of years. So, yeah, interesting. And a lot of fun. So this week, my really strong message, so I've had a few messages, and even in regards to doing readings, is about self-empowerment. And there's a lot at the moment that are ready to step into their personal power. Now, this might be changing careers for you. It might be stepping into your own business. It might be embracing a role as a mum. It can be any facet, but we are at the moment in a time where we're really stepping up to embrace different roles, or roles that maybe we haven't fully established before. So I just wanted to share a couple of tools that how do we keep positive? How do we keep motivated? And, how do we get through transition and change? So this is something you'll hear me talk about on many of my shows. I think probably every second show I talk about it, because I feel like we all just need the reminder, and it's also a reminder for me as well. So, when we step into something different, it's okay to feel uneasy. It's okay to feel the anxiety. It's okay to feel like you're, stepping out of your comfort zone. And by all means, go through the process and whatever that means to you. But just remember, you don't need to stay there. So you can make a choice to say, okay, I might be struggling in stepping into a role, or struggling into stepping into something different. And for a lot of people at the moment, they're taking on new challenges that are actually quite big. So it's pretty cool when you look at it. And believe you me, in hindsight, you will look back and go, I'm so glad I took the step. But certainly as you're taking the step, you're maybe not feeling it right at this very point in time. So honour that and just go, I'm okay with it. Because sometimes we get into our head, oops, lost my earpiece again. Sometimes we get into our head about it, and that then blows it up. And you know how great our minds are at blowing things out of proportion and actually getting into our head about something with case scenarios that are never going to happen. But our mind plays tricks on us and says, hey, what if this is going to happen? What about that? And especially late at night, or if you wake up early hours of the morning, the mind starts to go. So just remember, you have control of your mind. It's a powerful, powerful tool, and one that, we don't take lightly in in our thoughts and how we roll with things. But we need to fill our mind up with the positives so that we can override that nagging voice that tells us we can't do this, or it's going to be a struggle, or, you know, any of those things that our mind does to play tricks on us. And, you know, we've all been there. I don't think there's ever a point in life that you get to the perfect state where it doesn't come back at some point. And I know for me, sometimes I'll wake up through the night and I'll get this, something will pop into my head. So I do the work to, ground myself and get back out of that. And for me, it's focusing on some deep breathing and doing some visualizations. If I get a little bit stuck with that, then I'll play a meditation or just, put my earphone in and listen to something that distracts me from the overthinking. So whatever it takes for you, just do it and it's almost like, even if you're not feeling it right now, have a default setting that if you do feel a bit that way, I know how I can fix it. So find out what that is for you. It might be playing music. It might be reading a book, walking in nature, whatever. If it's through the night, you're not going to get up and walk out in the dark necessarily. Oh, maybe you might. Who knows? But, yeah, have something there that if you do find you can't sleep or you're overthinking and you're worrying, that, you can say, right, this is my default setting. I know I can just put my earphone in. I've got my earphones beside my bed. I'm prepared. I don't have to get up and wake up and to be anything major. I can just utilize the tools that will work for you. So give that a go if you find at the moment you're in your head. Because, yeah, like I said, we all get in our head, but lately there's been a lot of different energies around that. A lot of people are sort of giving that feedback that, struggling, just overthinking. So our mind gets really active, and we don't want to be in that overactive mindset, because it tends to drag us down, and we don't want that. So bear that in mind. Don't forget your meditation, really important at this time. Connect to, even if it's 5 minutes a day, connect to meditation. Okay, I'm going to go across to my first caller. Oh, now Dave hasn't given me the pronunciation. Jarvey in Calgary. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
That's really good, thanks. That's a really different name. I haven't heard of that before, so bear with me on my pronunciation. Yeah, it is. Unique name for a unique person.
Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, did you have anything you wanted me to focus on today specifically?
Not specifically, no.
No? Okay. Now we're going to go to...
Not really specifically, an overall, I guess.
Yep, just a bit of an overall feel for where you're at the moment, because there's a few question marks around where you're at the moment, I have to say. They're flashing up to me. Can I ask, there's a lady in spirit coming through quite strongly for you. I'm not actually going directly towards Mum, so let me just connect with her. But it's like she's very strongly coming through and gives you many signs. Was there somebody like Mum that's passed, and this is somebody in spirit for you?
No, it is probably my mother.
Okay. Because I wanted to go, okay, I'll get some more info. Anyway, it's like she's around supporting you. There's something coming up, either an anniversary or is it your birthday coming up?
Yep.
No. Yep. Oh, okay.
Yes,
it is.
ma'am, it is.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, all right, I'm going to get this clear. Did Mum talk, when I'm getting through, it's almost like, not specifically an accent, but I'm trying to get a gist on what she's telling me. And it kind of, when spirit comes through like that, it's like they talk differently, or it's not as I know it. So did she have an accent, or did the way she pronounced things was different?
A little bit.
Yeah, so I just
really
feel like
I was like a 6 or 7 years old when she left. So. Like
wow.
She went on to the next round. So.
Yep. Cool. Well, she's definitely putting her hand up to be around you, and you do have a few around you. You're quite spiritual. So do you do something spiritual in your line of work now?
Not really spiritual. I believe in spirituality a lot. I feel like I haven't been grounded really lately, so.
Because it's almost like, I want to say, connecting with your energy, and what Mum's showing me is you actually have a natural gift with connecting to spirit. So it's like you could easily do, like I'm doing now, like doing readings, connecting with healing people. You have that, you're very, you've got that empathy side to you, but it's also comes natural for you. You don't have to try hard to connect.
That's right.
So it's
all through my journey in life here, I just felt that I've been a healer because I help people,
Yep.
It don't matter who they are or what they are, I help, and sometimes they need my actual help, and I kind of help them through their own and take things from them that they don't no longer need.
Yeah, because you're very talented, and it's like it's more or less what Mum's showing me is that is your purpose, and that's, it's almost like that's what you're here for. So I'm really glad to hear that you are doing that, because I even feel like there's further aspects you're going to get deeper into doing that. And it's almost like she's showing me there's people around you that will help you step into it. So even if you didn't consciously go, oh, I might go and just step into that spiritual element a bit more, you've got people around you that are going to be putting their hand up to help you and more or less push you, I want to say, because it's like she's saying, could be doing it easily. Do it with your eyes shut. Now, going back to what she was showing me originally, we've got some question marks. So it was like, I've got a couple of questions, and I feel like she's showing me that as in regards to you and your situation right now.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
A little bit. Because right now, honestly, I'm like at a crossroads of my life right now. I don't know which way to go. So, and I don't really reach out to people and ask what they think I should be doing and stuff. I've just been sitting here and waiting for signs. I don't know, maybe a few signs popped up. I just nothing's really resonated with me, so I'm kind of unsure,
Yeah. Yep. It's almost like, I feel like with listening to you say that, you're not probably as open to getting, how can we put it? It's like you're getting the signs, but I want to say there's an element where we need a bit of reaching out. So it's almost like, even though you're saying you don't necessarily ask other people for confirmation, and basically you don't need to, because intuitively it comes to you, but there's something around people guiding you around at the moment. So there's people have answers, and almost it's like they're going to be suggestions thrown to you to say, what about this? Have you thought of this? I feel like I want to move, and there's something around a relevance to water for you. So I don't know whether you're considering movement, or there's something to do with water, but there's something that's drawing you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's like, I want to honour that. So it's like follow that path, because it's like you're getting the signs, but there's a question mark around how it's going to happen. But I just feel like for you, we don't need to worry about how it's going to happen. We just want to set the intention, because you're very good at things coming to you at the right time. And it's like Mum's showing me, if you look at the past, you've been able to go, oh, I really need this, and then all of a sudden it's turned up for you. So you've been very blessed in your mindset creates great opportunities.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, which is so cool.
Like all through my life, it's like that's how it happened. I'm like, oh, I used to actually worry a lot, but my ex-wife, she taught me to quit worrying. And because I worried about everything, finances, yada yada yada. But she taught me how to quit worrying, and you know what? Ever since I quit worrying, and things come up, and I'm like, it'll work out. I always just say it'll work out, and it always seems to work out.
It's fantastic. And I think, you need to share that to people, because people, need to, that's a really great life lesson. And to have come to that realization and to connect with the flow, which is what you've done, it's really awesome. And it does lead to these opportunities coming up. And that's what I see for you. It's almost like at the moment that things have been a bit slow in coming up. So you're a bit like, hang on a minute, what am I doing? Like, it's just like Mum's going, there's a couple of question marks and I'm just not sure. But you definitely are getting the signs. But I do want to it's like what she's showing me is you're quite contained, and we need to be open a bit more to allow the opportunities and the people. It's almost like what I see for you with the movement or the heading towards water is I need to have a conversation with somebody who then passes that on or knows somebody, and, things transpire that way. So it's like, don't keep things too close to your chest. We need to share what it is, even the unknown. It's almost like I want you to share and say to people, I'm not sure where I'm going. I feel like I'm drawn here, and it's somebody's going to come back and say, oh, guess what? Such and such has got a house here. It's by the lake, blah, blah, blah. Why don't you go there for a bit? And, it's just, it will transpire. So it's like it's not far away, but it's just been a case of we need to share it, get the word out there that this is where we're wanting to go, so that then we can bring in those, because I see helpful people for you.
Yep.
And great connection. And I do feel like around this movement, there's new people coming in, because it's like, I want to say with connecting with your energy, I'm ready for new. So I'm ready for a bit of a change up. The people that I'm connecting with, I'm moving forward, I'm gathering people as I go. And it's like the movement is relative to that.
Yes, it is. It's funny that you say it. It's like, no matter what, like, wherever I go, people are just naturally drawn to me,
Yeah.
They just gravitate towards me. And no matter if it's the riffraff or the good people, or it's all people, from all different walks.
Yeah. And that's so beautiful, because they all need, they're resonating with you because they need what you have. And I think that's amazing, because everyone, whether it's somebody that's struggled all their life, or whether it's somebody that's really a successful, powerful person, either end of the spectrum, all have so many great gifts that they share with us, and we glean from that it's amazing. And it shows your ability to be able to be authentic and to also be able to share what you do in an honest and relevant way. And that's so important now, because people connect with people like you.
Exactly. I call that real.
Yeah, me too. Like, and that's what I think the difference is. This year, people have got real, and people know who resonates and who doesn't. And it's not about what comes out of your mouth. It's not about what you say. It's about who you are in here. And people are getting real, and I love it. I think it's great. And you are really real. Keep up the great work and just power forward. It's great.
Yes, it is.
So thank you.
I don't know.
I'm going to have to go on to my next caller, but please message me on my page, Australia's Psychic Cowgirl, and keep me in the loop. I'm really excited to hear about your journey, because it is exciting.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Thanks, Javez.
Namaste.
2. Okay, Kathleen from California. Kathleen, how are you? My second caller for today.
Hey.
Hey, how you going?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You've got the cutest voice. Are you a little pocket rocket? That's what I feel like you're a little powerhouse. Like not you've got a little voice, so that's probably a bit of a guide, but I feel like you're not overly tall, but you got a lot of power behind you.
Oh, thank you.
So, yeah, that's a great sign. Very giving and loving. You've got really strong empathic. You're quite an empath, so you do have to be aware of connecting in with other people's energies and just being clear on whether it's your energies or theirs that you're feeding into. I feel like there's something around your line of work that you do, or, you know, what you're doing as in a career that you just, because you give so much, we need to create some sort of boundaries and also be aware of what is coming to us, whether it is ours or somebody else's, and just being able to create a bit of a protection there for you.
That makes sense.
Yep. And also, because with that, we want to stand in our personal power. And for you, it's like I'm going to surround myself with the white light, and I'm going to step up into my personal power, and I'm not going to let people override me, because I feel with you, people tend to want to jump on and give you their case scenarios or how they see things. But in your truth and who you are, you've got to follow what you want to do, because you've got some great stuff and you're here to do some good things, but I don't want to be influenced by other people telling me what I should be doing.
Exactly. I always strive to be an individual, so.
Yes, yeah. And it's like, because you're so sweet, it's like people want to just come and, you know, I just feel like they want to just come and, it's not that they're being mean or anything, but it's like they want to help you. And it's almost like sometimes, you know, I feel like for you, it's like, you know, hey guys, I know what I'm doing and I know where I'm going. Just because you want to nurture me doesn't mean I need it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because you've got a lot of stuff going on. Okay, so at the moment, is there study around you? Like, because I feel like I'm studying with books.
Excuse me, sorry, I couldn't understand.
Are you studying at the moment? Where does the books fit in? Because I feel like I'm doing book work.
Yes, I'm actually going to start my next semester in college soon. So.
Yeah, cool. I was picturing, because as I was saying career before, I'm like, I think you're studying. Yeah, so it's like spirit are coming through, going, there's study around you. There's something around you. I feel like I don't know what specifically you're studying at the moment, but there's something around you changing. It's like you've had something in your head you're going to do, but you've had this almost like a realization that you're not thinking you're going to follow that path, and you're going to change it up a bit. So I still feel like there's study around it, but be open to doing something slightly different to what you originally had in your mind. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, that makes sense. I think it has to do with my relationship, actually.
Okay, all right. So do you want me to focus on your relationship?
Anything really. It doesn't matter.
Yep. Yeah, okay. As far as the relationship goes, I want to go to childhood sweethearts. Have you been together for a while or had a connection from a younger age in your relationship now?
No, not exactly. I met him about 3 years ago.
And how old are you, Kathleen, now?
I'm 20.
Oh, yeah. So you're still pretty young. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something around a real strong soul connection I feel that the two of you have. That's like we have fun doing things. There's also, I feel like around you, I want to travel. So I want to feel free. I don't want to feel locked in or tied into something.
Yeah.
So it's important to do that.
I'm really into traveling.
Yeah. And do you enjoy it too?
I haven't really been able to spurt out, but when I have, I really do enjoy it. So
I see that being part of your big picture. It's almost like I need to, I feel like I'm you and I need to get out and explore. So it's like I'm getting that balance of, yes, I'm working, but I'm also exploring. I also see something around what you do, having an opportunity to go, and I know obviously you're in the USA, but I feel like I'm going to Europe to do something around what my big picture is in my career. So there's opportunities around being able to relocate, but I don't see it as a permanent thing, just more like, I've got an opportunity to do a 6-month thing over here and I'm going to go and do that. And you would love that.
Oh, well, that would be really cool, yeah.
Yeah, so just be open to that as you go along. I just feel like there'll be an opportunity where you'll go, that'd be great. I get to go over here, get some experience in what I'm doing, in another culture, and embracing that. And it's more or less that'll be part of your, I suppose, your resume kind of. It's as you're moving forward. I've had that experience. I've moved because I feel like there's something around you where you don't need a lot of stuff around you. You can actually, I feel like you could travel light.
That would be really nice too.
Yeah. So keep that in mind. So, don't gather too much stuff around because you're going to need to be light because you're going to be doing stuff.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right. Yeah, it is. It is. And I want you to connect to that. And often that's why you'll be calling in for a reading, is because I'm just showing, I'm giving you a snapshot of what Spirit is showing me. And it's great to be open to just, sometimes it can be things you haven't thought of before, but when it resonates with you and you get excited about it, know that I'm showing you that for that reason.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. So you're here for a purpose. Don't lose sight of that purpose, and don't shy away from the opportunities that come to you. So even if you're scared, say yes, and then you'll be fine. Because I feel like there's a lot of things around you. And if you look at your life so far, you've said yes to things when people have gone, oh, my God, I can't believe you're doing it, and you've done it well. So honour that.
Thank you.
My pleasure. You're gorgeous. So keep up the great work. Keep your networking up with others. There's something around great people around you, and it's fantastic. So I have to go now. I'm getting the wrap up, but thank you so much for calling in, Kathleen. I hope that's helped you. Okay, thank you so much for your reading. My pleasure. Blessings to you. Bye-bye. Thank you. Tonia Reeves, Australia's Psychic Cowgirl, signing off from Sunday Creek here in Australia. Same time, same place next week. Woo!